Hello and welcome to 10 at 10. My name is Michael Ramage. I'm the director of the Cyber Education and Research Center here at Murray State University, and welcome back to 10 at 10. 10 at 10 is brought to you through a partnership between Murray State University, Sprocket, West Kentucky, and KY Innovation. And welcome back to episode 244. We are glad that you're with us. And as always, even number episodes, we talk about the news of the last few days and weeks. But I want to start off today, and I didn't actually share it, so let me do a better job of that and share it. But I want to start off by actually talking about an event that we have coming up on the September 23rd. So in about a week and a half, we have this event coming up. It's called IT Matters. It'll be in Paducah. It runs from about 10:30 to about 3. It is hosted by Community Financial Services Bank, CFSB, and Murray State University, sponsored as always by AT&T. They have been our sponsor for this event every year that we have hosted it. We have a number of speakers that are lined up. We have Hunter Evans with Microsoft that's going to talk a little bit about what's going on in the cloud security world within Microsoft and how AI has a role to play in that. Then we're going to hand it over to John Truitt, who is the entrepreneur in residence at Sprocket, and he's going to share a little bit about how to build a tech startup, how to build a $10 million tech startup in 2026. And the reason that we're doing that is that there's a lot of people that have ideas that don't necessarily know what to do with it. So John's going to share a little bit about that. One of those success stories, one of those that's still in the startup phase, is Dr. Papazi, and he's going to share the story of data rovers and how they're helping utilizing AI to help grow and address a need that is in healthcare, and we'll hear about that. And then we're going to finish off with Dr. Randall Joyce, our own, talking about Security Operations Center and how we have actually taken this step to build a Security Operations Center that is being run by students, and kind of what the future for that holds. Pretty cool example of some of what we're doing, putting in practice. We actually may have another speaker that I can't say yet, but if it happens, you'll definitely want to be there to hear them, because there's some cool stuff that's happening in IT and in our region. So anyway, IT Matters, September 23rd. If you look at the link on here, if you go to our Facebook page, the information, the link to registration, all that will be on there. So please go take a look. You can go to our murraystate.edu/cyber page. There's a lot of different ways you can find it, but we want you there, and we will provide lunch on that day. All right. Next, I find this interesting. Speaking of AI, there was a lawsuit, and as the article says, it's the first of its kind, and I believe that it is the first that I know about, at least. But there is a lawsuit where the authors were various authors were suing an AI company who used their works to train their model, their AI model. Again, you have to learn on something. You can't know by default. AI doesn't know anything. You learn by learning on some sort of large language model that you train. Anyway, the people that wrote the books, wrote the articles, that wrote the works that the AI training was done on, was suing 500,000 different works, and the settlement or the article says that the company has agreed to pay $1.5 billion and destroy all copies of the books that the AI company pirated to train its artificial model. Now, is that the final word on is AI copyright or not? Does a model that's being used on copyrighted material, is that copyright? This is certainly not the final word, probably not even the first few words. but this is an important step in the first of its kind. So keep an eye on this as it goes through and whatever comes next, because this will be an important thing, because you often hear in education circles, but also in the private sector is, if Google's AI is learning on my website, is that my information or not? There's a lot of debate on that. And this is another piece of information in that debate. I also, this isn't new news, but recently it was Tuesday, Patch Tuesday. Patch Tuesday has become the time when Microsoft updates vulnerabilities and issues with their operating system or with their software. This past one found 80 security flaws, 80 vulnerabilities in their software that could be exploited by a bad guy to attack your system. Now, let me be clear. Not all of them are going to apply to every person. I mean, it's just there's different components. Maybe you're not using that plugin. Maybe you're not using that component. Maybe you don't use that system, but it's still over 80 different items that they were worried about that they patched. So why do I bring this up if it's not new news? Well, it's because the easiest way for a bad guy to get into your system is to use a vulnerability in your software. All of these patches are vulnerabilities. There's 80 vulnerabilities. Probably a good number of those, maybe the majority of those, it will vary, are known to the public, meaning the bad guys know about them. Some of these, hopefully, they're not known. And Microsoft's ahead of it and addressing them before it becomes a problem. That's the ideal situation. But it doesn't always happen that way. But now that these vulnerabilities are being patched, the bad guys definitely know about them. And so if you're not patching your system to keep up with this, then you're leaving a door open to the bad guy. Do you leave your door open at night? No, you shut it at your house. You shut your home up. You probably lock the door. So why not patch and close those doors and windows that people could break into? This is a very easy way to improve the security of your organization, is by doing the patches, by doing the minimum, by doing the basic things that we should all be doing. I could talk about patching for a long, long time. Microsoft actually makes it easy by doing it on Tuesdays. Not everybody does that, but you should be checking on a regular basis to see if there's any patches, anything that you need to do, anything that can make your system more secure. You should absolutely do it. All right. Another one that I find interesting. This is an ongoing issue with Google. What this says is that there was a court has ordered Google to pay $425 million in a class action lawsuit after it was found to have misled users about their online privacy. This specifically has to do with the web and app activity setting, that the setting was supposed to stop Google from collecting data about users' activities online and in apps, but it stopped in one place, but Google continued collecting information in another place. Therefore, the court said that Google misled. Now, did it? I don't know. The court said so, so we'll say it's true. But what this is starting to show is an ongoing reality of people being more worried about their data and how it's being used than they have been before. Google has been sued in several courts over data privacy, over location privacy, over different pieces. And this is just going to continue on and on because it is a major issue. It's not just Google. Google's the one being picked on in this story. There's so much going on in the world. I'm short on time already, but there's just a lot of different news that's out there. But Your privacy is your privacy. You have to worry about your own privacy. I know others are protecting you, should be protecting you, but at the end of the day, it's about your privacy. And you want to make sure that you're doing the things that you need to do to keep yourself safe and your organization safe in cyberspace. Thank you very much for joining in today, and I'll see you next time back here on 10 at 10. Thank you. Bye.